And then on the right side, let's think about this. Some kind of settings or customization area, maybe in the, say, the upper right corner where they can kind of tweak some things. You said that like one of them
Yeah.
might be a slider.
So a couple of thoughts I had was
Mm-hmm.
if we put the glass in the middle,
Uh-huh.
if we create enough space between the controls on the top and the glass, we can show the results in between. So it kind of like jumps out at them on their face.
I don't understand. Could you explain a little bit more?
So you have the glass, right? You have
Mm-hmm.
this gray square, and you have this. So I think if we create a little bit more space between the settings on the right and the
Mm-hmm.
glass, then
Mm-hmm.
we can use the middle empty, the red space to show if the result itself when they change the controls.
Mm-hmm. So the result,
Yeah, like that. Yep, yep.
got it. Okay.
That's what exactly. Yeah.
Um, so that's going to be something kind of visual, kind of interesting. That's going to tell them maybe it's what do you think it's just kind of a bar, like some kind of colored thing that says safe or unsafe, or is there
Yes.
more information in it?
I think we'll have some kind of a little bit of a image that can change, but
Mm-hmm.
system there's textual and visual components that we'll put in between, so they kind of know that if whether it is safe or not safe for them.
Got it. Okay. So something kind of like this.
Yes, yes, something
Uh-huh.
like that. Yeah.
I got it. I see. And then let's see. Let's maybe make this a little bit
Bigger.
wider
Yep.
so they
Yeah.
can, yeah. All right. So what? So let's see. What's something that you had in mind for the slider? Oh, the concentration.
Concentration. Yeah.
And then what might be the kind of the range there? Would it just be low to high or?
It'll be just low to high. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's put that there, um, just to have an indicator. It's a little bigger. And then, so the other one would be temperature.
Yeah. Temperature.
Okay. And kind of the same with like
The same.
hot,
Yep.
okay. So,
I would say cold to hot.
mm-hmm. Okay. And is there another one, did you say?
No,
I don't
that's it.
remember. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. So is this, looking at this, is this kind of what you originally had in mind, how you pictured it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's think about what we can do to kind of like take this one step further or start to think about some of the, implementation or the design details or some of the things that, some of the use cases or some of the other things that we might need to add in besides this kind of basic functionality.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so would you rather, let's see, would you rather focus on, you said this is going to be a different team that's building it. So do you want to kind of build in some annotations or some notes for the development team? or do you want to start maybe filling in a little bit more of the content, like some of the text and the descriptions? What are some
Uh,
of the kind of the unknown or the areas where you're kind of don't have it clear in your mind that you think would be good to kind of flesh out together?
I think it will help to build annotations, and if you can describe the screen behavior
Mm-hmm.
uh, and show them kind of how that works, because the rest is a population of data, or I would say like a rules logic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to show them how it plays, because it's very critical for the kids to have that interactive experience.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be very beneficial for us if you're able to write the annotations if they're going to drag and drop or things like that.
Right, right. Yeah, I think
What
that's a
action should happen? For example, if I take lead and drop it into the glass of water,
mm-hmm,
what
mm-hmm,
action we expect to happen and things like that.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So we can kind of try to demonstrate a few more of the kind of animated states. Um, so maybe what I can do is add a few more of these to kind of show somebody show somebody using it, and then let's take lead as an example, and maybe it becomes kind of a little bit more of an interesting shape um, as soon as I grab it. So maybe it, you know, I don't know, if red is the right color, but something that's
Yeah.
a little bit brighter, um, and then kind of showing. Let's bring this to the front, and then let's um, change this opacity a little bit,
Hmm.
and then maybe when it gets close here, it kind of becomes, the full brightness again. And then maybe, maybe even this border changes or something like that.
Hmm.
Um, and let's kind of throw in some arrows here. I like arrows for annotation, and then we'll just use a note. Um, kind of something like that, and then I had a thought earlier about maybe adding some information about this list here, to kind of say that this is going to be a longer list. Something like that, just to kind of indicate that. And then let's do another arrow here. Um, another note. Let's see. I'll do it here. Um, yeah, that might kind of be useful. And then
Hmm.
let's do kind of like these curly brace things. Yeah, maybe something like that. This kind of makes things a little bit more clear to somebody building it.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. What else do you think is missing? What else do you think would be useful?
I think we should also show that the status changes real time as they change the settings on the top. For example, you can have a certain concentration and a certain temperature at which it can be good, or it can
Mm,
turn into good or bad.
mm-hmm. Actually, let's put that in the note for this.
Yeah, over here, I think.
Uh-huh,
Yep.
uh-huh. Yeah, and let's see. I just realized that maybe once they've dropped it here, we should have something that um, says the name. Like as soon as they drop it over here, maybe it says what it is, or might even be better to have this be.
We can say something like you have lead in your water.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, I like that. And then I'll just put result or something, and maybe in the corner. Um, yeah, I like that. I think that's having it be a little bit more natural spoken language makes sense or sounds good. Um, just throw in a little kind of explanatory text. This is going to be just the water glass.
And I think we also need a small button where they can take a snapshot of this page,
Oh, okay. Yep, that is a great
the
idea.
the result page only, because uh, they don't need to take a snapshot of what's on the left side
Mm-hmm.
of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, and it's going to be, this image, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, I'm thinking about what if we did the move the glass over to the side a little bit, and and you said that you would have a little bit of a description of kind of what's going on, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, oops, we'll move this over just a little bit, and then maybe something like that. Um, yeah, does that look okay, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think that looks good actually, because
Mm-hmm.
wherever they stop, they'll be able to chronicle that information.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a pretty cool idea. I think this looks like a fun and yeah, and an easy game. And I think I like the idea of the sliders I think that would be a fun thing to play with, and then kind of watch it change
Yeah.
from safe to unsafe. I think that could be kind of educational. So yeah. So is there anything else?
I think that's all I had in my mind. We just wanted to do something really simple and get people engaged in it.
Yeah, I like it. This is my first time doing something like this as well. So
Oh, great, great, great.
yeah, I mostly just do kind of websites and things like that. But this is my first time doing something that's kind of like a game at all. So it was a new experience for me, but it was fun. I think I learned a lot too.
Thank you, and thank you for doing this.